After long hours of thought, I figured out that this what if may be interesting. And I really thought about it, yeah. Because I've made several what ifs in which I'm just some character in Dragon Ball and there's a merge. And since it starts, ever since is sort of the inception of the character, it is good, essentially, or sort of good. But in this case, it's going to be a bit different. A bit different. We are going to start from the moment in which Ginyu is first introduced in canon, not only when we see him, but first introduced in the Dragon Ball timeline. That is right in Dragon Ball Super movie in Planet Vegeta. Here, when he shows up around here, he is just bowing around there. Oh, we'll be here. At that moment is when the merge happens. So I will go like, whoa. But Ginyu will have most of the control and will feel weird, sort of sick or something. And short later, he will head to Earth, to West City. He will take a vacation, like days later only, and head to West City, go to Dr. Briefs, and ask for a Dragon Raider. For a Raider to drag the Dragon Balls, which he has one of them, by the way, in his basement. If not, I always know where to find one anyway. Fire Mountain, for example. So, once there's the Dragon Raider, I will drag the Dragon Balls and make the same wish that I always do. The immortality thing that can be given to others, which negates the main problem that people have with immortality, one of the main ones. And that, well, it's pretty much the power to give others or yourself immortality as you wish following your commands. And on top of that, the library of knowledge. To get both wishes, I need to mention Beerus to convince Shenron to do a good job with both wishes, which are one small piece of a great wish, which I do not dare to ask at the same time. But now that we have that, we can use another trick. We can search for a way to divide our soul, to do some sort of fishing, but that doesn't decrease our power necessarily too much because we are not goddamn the makings. We are not creating another artificial body of energy alone. What we are doing is something like that. Well, probably will, but still, what we are doing is good enough. One arm, something, and then their arm grows another Captain Ginyu because we gave our own body immortality in that way, in which any good off part which is larger than a hand creates another body. For now, at least, we will change it later because it follows our intention. And that the other body, as it grows, we do the body change with it, but only send part of our soul, the part that is willing to stay on Earth. So that part is more like is instead of Ginyu me is me Ginyu, and Ginyu me stays in the other body. So Ginyu me will want to go back with his Ginyu force, and he gets back on his spaceship and flies away, while I stay in this Ginyu body. I will stay around and I will provide him and myself with better bodies later on because we may need them to save the universe or something. Who knows? So, yeah, that won't be a problem. I still have influence from Ginyu, so I will probably make too much weird bosses. Aside from that, I'm pretty much okay enough. Aside from all those memories of destroying trillions or more of alien the species, beings of alien species, individuals. So, yeah, apart from that, mm, it's a fine enough. No, what happens is that Risa starts to feel uncomfortable with Ginyu's growing strength. And only months later, because Ginyu's power has multiplied by over 20 or 30 times, most likely. Well, the minimum. Let's say that, no, more than that. Let's say that his power is over 10 million because he's holding back a lot. Obviously, because now he knows about key manipulation and can keep his own key from leaking away too much. So the amount of key that he can collect from himself and avoid stopping it from leaking is way larger than it will be. So obviously he's a lot stronger, even when holding back, just due to training in that technique, which is pretty much like Moro's. For example, Moro could retain a lot of energy. It's kind of the same thing, but not that good, not that well done. But still something. Now Frieza is threatened by him and pretty much blows up his spaceship alongside the rest of the Ginyu force. Ginyu saves the Ginyu force, teleporting them away before they have time to officiate in the middle of space, because people don't die in the middle of space as soon as they are left there floating. So he teleports them away using instant transmission, and then stands in front of Frieza, sort of bows to him, and he's like, "Oh, oh, Frieza, oh, sir, thank you for teaching us how to. That we should be alert at all times. If I only had my guard up, the spaceship wouldn't have been destroyed in the first place. I apologize for my lack of attention." And Frieza's like, he's very surprised that they survived, but he's like, "Oh, so he took it as a sort of training from me, huh?" "Yes, that was my intention. I was just trying to teach you, Ginyu. You should be on your guard all the time. Otherwise, you'll get defeated sooner or later. After all, what kind of a late warrior will not be able to stop that blast? Ah, Ginyu, you have much to learn." All the while, Ginyu, though he pretended to, in front of his men and Frieza, to sort of say that what the hell I said already, and because I'm not going to repeat it. He does not believe any of that. Obviously, he is thinking that Frieza, that was predictable. Frieza is not as good as he thought, but he's still a fairly decent boss. So he still wants to serve him, even though he doesn't think so highly of him. And maybe the other part of him, the crazy one, who stayed on that primitive planet, maybe that one is right about Frieza. It's not sure, but maybe, just maybe. Ginyu just keeps obliterating planet. All the while, on Earth, I've been writing a book about key control. so that everybody can know how to feel key and fly and stuff like that. Even only some people do it. Mm, People who are really so maybe talent for it, but still, it becomes very famous, and more and more widespread. So the Earth is changing, and I'm recognized as the strongest on Earth. I'm using Ginyu's body still, so I'm probably that alien who came from somewhere else and looks like a demon, but still, there was wrote a book somehow. Now, a year goes by, and I call the dragon, and I ask to be able to modify anyone's body into someone else's body that as I intend to, at least. And the dragon grants the wish. So then, obviously, it's not going to work. I know that it's not going to work to make someone who has a power level of 1000 to 1 billion or something just by changing their body. They will have a power level of 1000, but they will have the potential to improve faster. So at least that's something. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that in my vacation, I carried Cyberman seeds. Cyberman seeds, okay? So what I'm going to do, I remember that I have knowledge. So I have knowledge about mind control techniques. And I only need the hyperbolic time chamber yet. But still, what I do, so I need to be careful because I don't want to anger Beerus or someone else like that. So what I do is make a Cyberman and then I search for King Vegeta and I make a copy of him. Sort of teleport behind him for a brief moment and make a copy of him in an instant. And then I go back to the Cyberman and focus my power on him, the confused Cyberman, and turn him into King Vegeta. So now it's kind of like soul change. He's still an idiot, he's still an stupid Cyberman, but well, now has King Vegeta's body, and is way weaker than King Vegeta, but still. So the next thing that I do is, is try to control him mentally, like Babidi does, but without putting an M, because that's that which an idiot will do in this case. That will identify me as an hostile force for the guys. So Majin Vegeta. This is Majin King Vegeta without the M, but it will look a lot bulkier and will also maybe even copy the clothing. But still, Majin King Vegeta. Majin King Vegeta. Perfect. So then the next thing that I do is I would like to test at least change to that body already because probably has more potential eventually. Will be helpful later on with the next step in my plan to get really powerful and then do other stuff. So I literally beat the Cyberman up. Beat the Cyberman up in immortal, and change with him. So then the Cyberman is in his body. Then sadly, I can still control him. Yes, I can control the Cyberman in his body probably, so I leave him around. No problem. I'm weaker for some time, for a few days, but then I get the handle of it, and I get this new improved body, which has a power level after beating him up for a while of, let's say, about 5 million in base form, or more. Let's say, yeah, 5 million. So now they have that body, and they have that other Cyberman. The other Cyberman, I don't know what to do with him. He will probably stay around I'll have to watch him. I still need an hyperpolitan chamber. I don't want to use Kami's. I want my own time chamber, just in case. So I will wait. I will wait and write another book and send the Ginyu to Pampa or something. And take Broly out of there. Yeah, pretty much. So there's a Captain Ginyu who has the mind of a Saiyaman and is mind control Pampa. Yes, doing pretty much nothing. Just standing there and punching some creatures, probably eating them. No, I don't think so. Probably doesn't eat much. But still, the Saiyaman is there. So, I wait for another year, well, nearly for another year, a few months, and I realized Saiyaman seems controllable, so I pick him back up and turn him into another Vegeta. To another Majin King Vegeta. Or another King Vegeta. And then just train with him. That's easier way to train. All the while, Frieza has grown even more worried of Captain Ginyu. He's acting like pretty much the normal Captain Ginyu, but he's way more effective. The Ginyu Force is too effective. They're conquering planets very fast, and the guy can teleport. That's disturbing. And though he even tried to kill him, doesn't work, so... well, didn't work. Somehow. Right now, Ginyu is even stronger than Frieza. So he draws the attention of Beerus. That's not good. So now Frieza wants to get rid of Ginyu because he's a threat, since he's way stronger than him and his subjects start to want to follow Ginyu over him. So it won't be long, maybe, till Ginyu decides to destroy him, to destroy him himself, Frieza, and take over. But Frieza knows Beerus. So he went up to Beerus and told him that there was someone planning nefarious things, whatever, that used to work, that works for him, that he doesn't want to do anything because he's too powerful, and that he was the one responsible for poisoning his meal. And Beerus is very annoyed because he doesn't like his meal being poisoned, and he takes the word for granted to a certain extent because he feels that Ginyu is sort of is holding too many secrets, and tired and wanting to go home, he simply goes Akai. But Ginyu absorbs or let's say, moves the Hakai away and doesn't really kill him, just damage him and regenerates. So Beerus asks for the sword, goes up there, comes back up to after Ginyu and simply drops him, giving him no much of a choice, as Ginyu was trying to tell Beerus that he's not the one who poisoned his food, but Beerus doesn't believe him. Now, the other me is ain't about sort of feeling that there's something wrong, but probably will be okay. So I go to the hyperbolic time chamber in the normal one, and I go inside. I make 2 Cybermen. I ask permission to Kami, who says, yeah, you can go, pretty much because I'm fairly dangerous in that sense. Really powerful. Not dangerous necessarily to him, but powerful. So I leave the Cyberman seeds around, and somehow they grow. Few Cyberman seeds, and well, three of them. Yeah, three. And then I turn one of them into King Vegeta, and the other two into some Namekian that I picked up on some Dragon Clan Namekins. Two of them. The same, pretty much the same. And then I mind control them and I order them to just train and leave the hyperbolic time chamber. They will be there for about 2 days and then I will pick them up or just switch bodies with the Vegeta and then maybe even the Namekins or order them to, well, nothing, or with change with the Namekins, yes, instead of ordering them anything and just make Dragon Balls that way. More powerful Dragon Balls. So that's probably the plan. But then I figured out that there's something weird going on because there's this there's virus coming to Earth, and I'm like, oh, it's not good. So I have to receive virus, who is very annoyed. He knows that I'm the other half, but because we told him that I was the other half, sort of not the social hostile half, and I tried to explain that the other me is most likely not going to do such a thing as poisoning his food. Hmm. He does hear that to a certain extent, but then since he thinks he seems hostile, I teleport away. And he flies after me, but realizes that he cannot catch me, so he goes out to planet Jordrat and catches one of those guys who can teleport and told him to teleport that to whatever location I'm in. And he does so. So Mirror shows up next to me, with you, and he just swings a sword at me. Too late. Now I'm trapped too. So 5 years pass, and there's still those guys inside the time chamber, training all the time. And Virus now is it's not sleeping, but it's napping, and for a short time. And Whis goes up to him, and is like, Lord Virus, there's something going on. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? There, what are you talking about, Whis? I'm trying to sleep. There's something going on, Lord Virus. There's the makings. Very strong, as strong as a god of destruction or more. There are all over the galaxy right now. They're obliterating everything. Huh? How's that possible? Makings? That strong? Yes, they're followed by two other stronger Namekians, and a Saiyan who looks much like the one that Noodle Beerus dropped. Oh, impossible. He's dropped, right? Check the seashore. Yes, Lord Beerus, he's dropped. I made sure it was the case. How is it possible? Oh, how strong are they? Beerus thinks that they could be a challenge or something and have some fun. Lord Beerus, they're stronger than you. What? How are they going to be stronger than me? Impossible. When I call of destruction. Lord Beerus, they've been inside the Liverpool time chamber for the last 1800 years. Training, I told you that there was a danger coming and you should have listened, but you didn't took me seriously, Lord Beerus. You always say those kinds of things. I was occupied, okay? Oh, damn it. What can I do now? Free those two guys. They should answer for this. So Ginyu or Ginyu? What the hell? Ginyu. Okay, Ginyu me Ginyu. Yeah, where is it? Searching for it. Okay, me Ginyu are free without the magic thing. We are free, and we are like, oh, Beerus, you have, oh, those powers there. And a moment later, the whole place blows up. Beerus is annoyed, and he says, well, he feels that me and the other Ginyu and Whis standing behind him, and in front of him there is a Namekian, very powerful Namekian. Take into account that he's been there for they've been there training for such a long time, and they probably fuse some of them. And it's 1800 years. So even if they're improving by 20% each year, you need to make the calculation. It's so high. It's so high that my calculator cannot calculate it. So it's not. It cannot be calculated. You understand? With my scientific calculator. So all right, it's astronomical. The Namekian powers up, and Beerus goes into his Ultra Instinct form and manages to obliterate him with a Hakai. Because he needs the Ultra Instinct to evade the hit of the Namekian and avoid dying right there. They're monsters. So then I'm left like, oh. No, Ginyu thinks about that it could be possible to somehow fight them. Night too, but the powers that I'm feeling, they're probably not something that we can defeat. So instead, we fuse. We fuse into a single being. Imagine a King Vegeta with horns. A bit violet. Ginyu Vegeta fusion. We fuse with the dance. Seriously? Okay. We fuse using the dance. We're Ginyu fusion? What the hell no. Ginyu Vegeta fusion. Anyway, we fuse with the dance. But we don't stand a chance. Beerus is fighting some more Namekians, so obliterating them, but they won't be long. So we make Beerus immortal and try to take the immortality from the other Namekians, but we cannot do it. They're too strong. The other two Namekians on the Saiyan. But immortal Beerus that is getting tired, and there's more and more Namekians, and they're playing with us and beating us up. So right now, we start thinking, okay, so, and Beerus is thinking probably the same thing. So if this goes on, even though he cannot die, we're gonna die, and they probably don't know how to drop us. There are still somewhere more of them, and the fathers of those Namekians are even stronger, a little bit stronger, about less strong, let's say. They're immortal. We cannot beat them, and the Saiyan is even stronger than them. So we're gonna beat them, and Zeno's going to see this, and he's going to destroy the universe. So we know that, and Beerus tells us that thanks to the stupidity, we destroyed the universe. We are all going to be destroyed, and then, well, both of us fuse. We yell to Beerus back that no, no, that's not true. It's for your stupidity. You trapped us in the sword without any explanation, without allowing us a chance or anything. And Beerus is like, huh. Oh, anyway, I don't want to spend my last moments in this sort of discussion. Let's try to do what we can. Perhaps Rosino won't destroy the universe. We mentally shake our heads. Don't do much, but sort of, no, that won't do. We do manage to go into Ultra Instinct better than Beerus does because we have knowledge. So we force the learning of Ultra Instinct in a few seconds. We managed to tap into it. We already knew how to do it pretty much, but not as a fusion and not that well. But still, that changes our minds and makes us feel pretty much nearly no emotions at all, and it's weird because the body moves on its own, and we don't think about anything. We just act without hesitation and defend against the many armies of Namekians who are pretty much just playing with us. So we can teleport, so at least we can extract some of them, but not kill them. It's not enough. Not even the Keyblade can kill them. It's more like they're playing with us. All the while, Whis is somewhere just evading them, just moving around and pretty much evading them all the time. But no, this is a screw up. We don't see any solution to this right now. So both of us fuse, grab onto Beerus. Let's go. I need to go. Where? Anywhere. Well, I don't know. Here, okay? Vegeta, King Vegeta. Anyway, that one doesn't matter. Anywhere but here. Come on, Beerus. Alright, come on. Take us off here. And there we go. And Whis too, Whis, yes, grasps my shoulder and we'll teleport. Now that we are far away in the middle of random space, yes, in the middle of the darkness, and surrounded by a field that Whis made, we're like, huh. Oh, what's the plan? What's your plan, you genius destroyer of the universe? Oh, damn it. I was the only one allowed to destroy the universe and the destroyer. Not your stupidity. Fools. Oh, anyway. Okay. So, I just start thinking for a while, and then I'm like, huh. I have several plans. But you won't like it. With a fuse, there's Skin Vegeta with Goki and Ginyu with Goki now. Obviously, because we have knowledge. The knowledge, the wish was like that. And we know about Goki, obviously. And I'm not going to keep explaining why we know about Goki. It's obvious already. Because we force that knowledge onto our mind. Now, what happens is that we are like three-way fusion. Three-way fusion could do it. Beerus is like, I'm not making the ludicrous dance. No, I prefer to meet the late Myceno himself. Although Beerus, perhaps you should consider it. Oh, how's that going to work with 3 people? Well, there's no reason why it cannot work with 3 people. Why wouldn't you work with three people? I've never seen that kind of dance with more than two. It's like he's seen this kind of fusions with more than two. But Potara doesn't fuse more than two, so it's not possible. It is possible. Lord Beerus. Ah, that's right. The fusion emerges minutes later, hours later, once the universe is pretty much destroyed. And so the Super Dragon Balls and some things more. And we start obliterating the Namekians. All of those Namekians who were immortal, we start eliminating them, cutting them down, blasting them, hackaying them. We use Hakai after one after again, the fusion, which looks like some kind of virus with horns and hair or like this. Imagine virus like with hair like this, and then horns, and sort of like Saiyan armor or something. Yeah, Saiyan armor, hair and horns. So this diffusion is remarkably powerful. Uses Ultra Instinct all the time because has some knowledge now. So it's even better than Virus's Ultra Instinct. And we obliterate nearly all the Namekians. Well over half of them. The world. Tens of thousands of them. Those bastards. But then they start to fuse. They start making several warriors who are way out of our league. And we are not strong enough to deal with that. Not even the fusion, this stabilized fusion thanks to the immortality, which keeps it united sort of. Or we just fuse automatically again. We really try to keep it, but still it's not enough. So we get defeated once again, and this time pretty much tortured and beaten up, and we need to teleport away. So we teleport away alongside Whis, who was just distracting them, just moving around and playing with them. And if this didn't work, then nothing will. They just keep getting stronger. And that saying, that one is a monster still. And it's in base form. It's not. Imagine a Saiyan who's been training for 800 years alongside the hostile Namekians, who probably want to try to kill him, and at least will like to, and he would like to fight them. And then that Saiyan is immortal. So imagine that if King Vegeta trained for 1800 years. Imagine that. His base form is super strong. But we still may have a chance to drop some of them with the sea sword. And we do. We drop some of them, some of the Namekians, because that may be easier. And then this guy goes after us. And we fight him. Try to. Some Senkai boosts help. That because 1/3 of the fusion is a Saiyan, so it helps. But then this guy turns Super Saiyan. 1800 years of training. He got angry at some point, really angry, and turned Super Saiyan. So, a Super Saiyan, this guy, no way. We cannot beat that. But we have another trick. Virus doesn't want that, so he's like, no, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. It's a demand of the fusion. It's like, no, don't do that. We are not. I have control here. We are not going to change bodies with that Saiyan, okay? But Lord Virus, please, we need to change bodies. We need to do the body change. That's the only way to defeat them. Oh, what will happen then, Force? If the fusion somehow runs out, what will happen to us? Damn it. Oh, what's the plan then, Lord Beerus? We. And then finally, the part that's more me of the fusion speaks mentally. I have another idea. We use the time machine in the 12th universe. Or was it 11? Doesn't matter. The guy has it. We can teleport there. Once we do, there will be nothing that can stop us. We will be able to avoid this problem. Well, Beerus, you'll have to lose your position, I guess, or fuse with the other Beerus. I don't know if that will be allowed. It will be like a destroyer traveling through time. Are you dare to suggest that? Well, the Lord Mirrors, do you prefer we search polish with them? That would be better, right? Come on. Yeah, Lord Mirrors, we shall do it. That shall work if you want to travel to the past. Anyway, this universe is pretty much done for. We lose the Dragon Balls, yes. Deals with Dragon Balls, but... Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Take your choice. Your friend. An old enemy. Oh. And at that moment we are getting tired because we are fighting that Saiyan who is not fighting seriously. He's holding back. Because he is a Saiyan still. He's a Cyberman Saiyan, but he's yeah, still. And we are trying to take energy from him, doing this more stuff, but his power is too large, and that only angers him and beats us up, so we are unable to keep doing it. Finally, Beerus decides, traveling through time will have to be better than the other one, or not. It's like, I have an idea. Better than traveling to time. That will be a second alternative. With a fuse. I think I grab this guy with all I have. And without him to take the attack, then you just take his body. Then we will be able to eliminate the rest. But I will stay as a destroyer. Do you hear me? That way everyone will be alright afterwards. But how can I know that I can trust you? Oh, Barbarous, we are honorable soldiers. If you do that, we will definitely keep our word. It will be your loyal warriors. Yes, we'll do it, Lord Beerus. Let's do it. With a fuse, and a moment later, the Saiyan, Vegeta, who's been there for a long time, sort of annoyed by that. It's like, Burring. Something like that. And it starts beating us up. Obliterating us. So there's not much of a chance. And Beerus doesn't even stand a chance against him, even with Ultra Instinct. So it's like, oh, can you do something? Oh, something what? Something what? Oh, do it already. We fuse Ginyu and me, and we make this the further strong warrior again in Ultra Instinct. Change! No. And he literally deflects the change now with a Key Blast, thinking that it's a Key Blast, sort of moves it away. kind of like when you fight another key blast. So it's neutralized and our body gets obliterated by the blast. We regenerate, but we don't have any energy when we do because the entire body is gone. So we're like, ah. Virus shakes his head for a moment, looking at us, and opens his eyes wide. Then he goes serious and is like, Plan B, come on. We need to go. We need to go, you fools. Oh, I'm a destroyer traveling through time. No, I have no choice. All the while, the Saiyan and Saiyan is sort of waiting there, like waiting for us to fuse or something, because he wants a proper challenge. He's still a Saiyan, very strong one, uncontrollable at this point, but he's still a Saiyan after all. And I try to taunt him a moment later to see if he can say, "Hey, I bet you can not tank my attack." But he just goes like, he doesn't know how to speak properly, so probably didn't even understood anything. Maybe understood something. I go like, change now, and he deflects the attack again. Oh, damn it. Without a choice, well, Ebirus was the one who said it, damn it. And without a choice, we teleport away again and get the time machine from that other universe and head to the past. That's where this tiny part ends. In Universe 12, the local guy, Aku, tells him that it is not possible to use the time machine even if he allowed it, because it is without fuel. It doesn't have fuel, it's more of an museum type of object than a functional machine. But it's not possible. Yes? They look at each other, and it means the dreams of the another guy, and Beerus nods with a stern expression at to me and Ginyu, and the other Ginyu, I'll say. And we are like, fight till the end then. Time to fight them. Ginyu's like, yes, yes, let's show them how true soldiers fight. Let's show them. Yes, yes, let's fight. Let's fight them once again. You're better than I thought. Come on, it's time to fuse again. We have a better plan. Oh, no, we don't fuse the three of us. We try it again. We try. We tried to get the body of that one, Saiyan. The other one. And Beerus like, oh, the three of us fuse. Then we take the body of the Saiyan. We'll figure out later how to use the Super Dragon Balls even though those Namekis are warding them. Will it be possible? I'm willing to do it this time. If I don't have another choice, let's do it. The three fuse together into the strongest warrior, the strongest mortal, because Beerus is technically immortal even though he's a god. Technically he was immortal. Well, they'll say that the strongest, probably the strongest Hakaishin, in this case, that the multiverse has ever seen. They go back to Ultra Instinct, and Guy Kai away. The fusion virus his with Vegeta's hair and horns, towers away and confronts the Saiyan once again, who is waiting. Strangely enough, the Saiyan is now fighting another Namekian who has an M on his forehead. Interesting. Bobby is still alive. Trying to do something. Then another Namekian shows up and blows up the one who had the M on his forehead and just obliterates him. Alright. Time to fight. Full Ultra Instinct. The hair, Vegeta's hair goes white. Virus pupils, let's go gray. And time to fight. They start trying to sort of distract the enemies with guns. So he tries to strike them and turns now. The change is completed on the strongest Saiyan the world has ever seen. And the fusion, well, now that it's not sustaining immortality, diffuses. Well, diffuses? No, not yet. No, not yet. Doesn't diffuse yet. But will diffuse. Anyway, so it's left there. And now that the Saiyan has got key, interesting. The new virus Ginyu and Vegeta fusion inside the Super Vegeta to call in some way. Huh, interesting.